Welcome. This is going to be our Biochar Garden Tour 2024. I'm riding up the pavement to the garden this year. How exciting this is, because I planted a perennial row last year, and boy is it cool. We've got medicinals, berries, herbs, and fruit trees in rows 1 and 2. We have 10 rows that are 60 feet long. Look at those Walla Wallas. I'm going to grab one because I'm barbecuing some ribs and I want to grill one. It is July 21st and look at the abundance this year. I worked hard and the weather has been a challenge, but everything's growing. Cucumbers, they might pull through. Haven't had cucumbers in about 4 years. So we dug, to get this carrot row, we dug a trench 12 inches down with the rototiller, and then we used a sifter to sift in the fluffiest of soil into this 20-foot stretch to plant my carrot seed. And it's doing great. But with all the residual digging, we ended up trenching all of this, which was helpful because we've been having voles. We have vole tunnels under this entire garden. So I think they really like cucumber roots. However, they're growing, and I put my first jar of pickles in the fridge today, which is fun. Japanese climbing and Russian pickles. I got a dwarf variety of snap peas. I don't much care for bending low, but they're producing. And then I've also dotted in some burdock because this is the most clay-like soil substrate ever. We have added biochar and minerals this year, so things are growing. I tried the Italian dandelion greens, love them. And then we have zucchini, which looks great. I could grill that. Fun. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to just twist it off. This is beautiful. This is a good size. In the back, we had success with miner's lettuce, arugula early spring. That was great. We're on the second planting of lettuce. Broccoli, collards, Brussels sprouts, and cauliflower are growing. I've got some cabbages. I'm happy about that. I mean, I failed a lot. This year is good. We've got some sweet pumpkins growing. This is all one plant here. One plant. We're talking about 20-foot stretch. Some are dried up and shriveled, but some are growing. And this is a continuation of a zucchini, but this is a pumpkin. We've got some corn. Brussels sprouts look gorgeous. Let's get closer. Purple variety. Lots of celery dotted in. I wanted to see where it would grow, and it seems to be growing there. This is Orac, a wild spinach variety. I'll let it seed and fall and grow more. But this is a purple Brussels sprout. Gorgeous. They're doing great. And then some purple beans, bush beans. So dilly beans are on my mind. There's a good bean. These are scarlet runners. I've been growing these guys for about 10 years because it draws in the hummingbirds, the red flowers. Parsnips are 3.5 feet tall. We're talking, this is my hip. So I hope they're plentiful. The potatoes just fell down. They were taller than the parsnips. So I'm hoping there's I dug up there and got a good 10. So I'm hoping this row will have a lot of russets, Yukons, and reds. And zucchinis, tomatoes. We'll go around the other way. But this is my perennial row right here. Goldenrod. I've just learned now that goldenrod is really good for inflammation. So guess what? I'm putting it in a salve. And I made a tincture and I'm just spraying it on my back because how many times a day do you think I bend over in this garden? I'd say about 300 times. If I don't weed, I'm knocking a rock, I'm picking up a plant, I'm pulling out a weed. If I go in the garden, I will be bending over and lower back is bugging me. Anyway, this nice shady spot is sprouting up some arugula. I do get some flea beetle here, but these guys look good. Raspberries, first time. They're going to spread. I'm going to knock them out because why? Because the leaves are a great tea. Beautiful taste. A really nice tonic, high in calcium and manganese. I always feel good after raspberry leaf tea. Skullcap. It's flowering. Not only for headaches, but also a pain remedy. This is my Korean tea bush. It's, oh, I forgot the name of it. It's a tea plant, which I'm going to wait till it gets really big before I start trying to make tea. Yarrow tea. Agromony tea. Beautiful. This is a pear. She's about 5 feet tall now. This is marshmallow root. Gorgeous. Wormwood. Taller than me now. I hacked it back. And I hacked it back to make a tincture for a parasite cleanse when I'm in the mood. El Campagno. Bronchial. Big leaves like this as a doctrine of signatures is for lungs. And you know Brian. He's got asthma. This is a plum tree. And look, she's 12 feet tall now. She's doing great. This is a Yasta berry. I was hopeful more berries. It's like 2 a week. It's not very prolific, but it was pretty. Love the nasturtiums. I have established asparagus. Elderberry. We're going to make some syrup this fall. Rhubarb. More asparagus. This is an apple tree that I started from a seed from a Granny Smith that I got from the grocery store. And it sprouted in my fridge. And it looks great. And I don't know what kind of apple I'll get, but it's growing. I'd say 5 years now. It's 5 years. What else is special here? Oh, yeah. That's a weed, but this is a poppy. I believe. It doesn't look like a poppy. I thought it was a poppy. This is my echinacea. It looks a little dry because it's in between the watering lines. I have to move it. Burdock, medicine. Love it. Celeriac root. Majorum established. This is, what is this? I bought this one. Wild bergamot. It's just opening up. Chamomile. Love celery seed. This is another apple from that same apple. And, yeah, we're grabbing a big ass, well, maybe the dried out one. Let's see who's dried out. The best one to grab is the first one that's actually showing signs of drying, because the other ones are going to keep growing, ideally. You're going on the grill. Oh, these are some peppers. I did get this. I could put some hot peppers in with the ribs. There we go. And these are my tomatoes. This is an indigo purple cherry tomato. And then I also have a green tomato growing. A pineapple. think this one's called like a pineapple something or other. My girlfriend Susie gave it to me. What is it? Oh no, that's a beefsteak. One of these is a pineapple. So that's another cherry. What I love is making tomato juice because it's so darn easy. Dropping it in some boiling water for a minute or two, draining, pounding through a sieve, warm, fresh tomato juice, and then canning it. It's so good with some lemon juice. This is a cantaloupe that might produce some fruit. A jalapeno. And then my basil looks great beside the chamomile, which I'm pulling up the flowers, drying them out. I love chamomile tea. And also this variety, it says New Zealand spinach. It's perennial. And it just kind of vines out and up. This cucumber does not look good. I did water today. Yeah, and so that's where we're at. So I'm going to grill this zucchini and onion with some ribs and upload this video. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I have all this covered because I transplanted in some Chinese cabbage, which I thought the seeds was a Napa cabbage for fall, making kimchi. And, you know, just because the weather, I wanted to shade it. So I made these garden vegetable